Let's talk about the meaning of the Aries sign field in astrology. Aries is considered the first sign of the zodiac, and it corresponds to the start of spring in the northern hemisphere. We tend to associate spring with beginnings, a fresh start after a cold winter, and hope for the future. It's no coincidence that these are also associated with Aries. This sign is about initiation, enthusiasm, and setting your eyes on what you want, with almost childlike energy. What I want essentially starts with the self. Aries is in some ways quite simply the sign of the self. Good Aries questions might be, who am I? What do I want to do? And even, what next? Aries is the part of human nature, as well as the astrological chart, that symbolizes the courage necessary to go after what you want. Even the people with a strong Aries signature who are more introverted or shy tend to have a kind of energy that drives them headfirst into doing what they want to do. And indeed, Aries tends to be better at starting projects than completing them. This is because the beginnings of projects often come hand in hand with an unwavering optimism about possibilities. It's exciting to start something new, to go on a new adventure. Aries people can have a drive for adventure. It's as if there is something inside saying, let's go, I want to go on this ride. Aries is in some ways a youthful, almost naive sign. This doesn't mean that people with a strong Aries signature are necessarily naive, but as the first sign of the zodiac, there is something essentially young about this sign. Sometimes a strong Aries signature in a birth chart can correspond to a young appearance. Forever young, you might say. Aries also comes with a sense of individuality. At its core, this sign wants to be first, wants to lead the way. It can come up with a lot of unique ideas and can seem to be on its own wavelength. The sign can be expressed in being self-focused or self-centered, depending on the level of vibration or the viewing angle. It can be fascinating and energetic with its ideas, or simply impulsive, without thinking about consequences. Aries at this level can have a hard time going inward in such a way as to learn from their mistakes. Aries is also sometimes associated with anger. This does not mean every Aries person has problems with anger, but as a representation of a section of human nature, Aries partly represents anger, a common human emotion and experience. Whether this gets expressed as a way to get things done or as aggression depends on the level of consciousness of the individual. Aries is a very physical sign. It thrives on the movement of the physical body and may find it hard to relax for long periods of time. As an energy, it prefers to be on the go and move on to the next thing and be engaged in activity. It can also be associated with an intuitive sense of what to do and a desire to simplify concepts intuitively. Planets in Aries take on a coloring that drives them to be direct, straightforward, energetic, and individualistic. Venus is considered in its detriment here because this planet prefers harmony and a relationship-oriented approach, making people with Venus in Aries sometimes struggle with compromise or maintaining harmony in relationships. Having the moon in Aries symbolizes highly energetic, powerful, and spontaneous or even impulsive emotional reactions. It doesn't want to dwell on emotions and moods. Mercury in Aries represents a highly independent thinking and communication style, and someone who wants to inspire and engage people through their concepts and ideas. The Sun is exalted in Aries, and people with this position essentially want to own who they are in their full glory, to put their own stamp on things. They are aware of being called to live out their own unique path. How does the Aries sign show up for you?